Hi, how are you? Hope you're able to see me and also listen to my audio. Can I have some of you mentioning it in the chat box? Are you able to hear me? Are you able to see me as well? Wonderful, great. Thank you so much for giving in the information. Um, Thank you so much for all coming in and participants are joining in. Anyway, it's 9 p.m. sharp, and let's all start the presentation so that we can go on and finish it on time as well. Today, we're going to be looking at a webinar on resilience. This is a topic which is very close to me and something which I've applied in my life and has made a lot of difference in my life as well. Some of you are already known to me. Some of you are just coming in for the first time and also meeting me on this live webinar. So my name is Ganesh Kumar. I'm an emotional intelligence trainer. I've been in this training field for the last 5 years, and EI or emotional intelligence is a very favorite topic of mine. And I've been doing a lot of work, a lot of research on that, and that has helped me to define how I should live my life. And resilience, again, is a very close topic of mine. This is helping me to again redefine my life. The events around me is not deciding how I should be living my life, rather, how I want to is what I get out and do all the time. So, let's get into the topic quickly and then see how it can help you, how resilience as a character, as a habit, or how can you make part of resilience and how it can change your life forever. So let's look at that. Wonderful. I can see a lot of your comments. Thank you so much for coming in. So let us start with a powerful question. The question is, what is resilience? What is resilience for you? So I'm just going to quickly open up the questions. You can use the chat box and then quickly just type in probably a word or two to say what resilience means to you. Great. I'm just going to wait for a couple of answers to come in. Okay. I get patience. Wonderful. Great. I get adaptability. Okay. That's good. Great. Yes. Bouncing back. Yes. The word which we always get when we hear the word resilience is bouncing back. Solving issues in a better way. Correct. Absolutely. Standing ground irrespective of adversity. Wow. I love that really. Yes. How do you hold your place, right? Irrespective of how the environment is. Great. Acceptance and gratitude. Withstand and coming back. Fall 7 times, getting up the eighth time. Wonderful. That's great. Holding the spirits. Great. Thank you so much for your wonderful participation. Patience. Yeah. Patience doing hard time. I also get that. Thank you so much for your participation and sending out. Yes, all the answers which you're giving me is perfectly right. I'm also going to define what is resilience according to me, what has been set out there. The first thing which comes to me is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties or how tough you are. What are you made up of? When life throws a lot of challenges at you, how are you able to take those challenges? Are you just running away from it, or you were just facing it head on and going after it? So, resilience is also about showing your toughness and your capacity to recover. Everybody, each one of us go through a lot of challenges. Every one of us go through challenges. Now, resilience is a purpose, it's a process by which you can get out of it and face life the way you want. Here's another one: the ability of a substance or an object to spring back into shape. So it can be not just for a human being, right? Resilience can be a process that can be applied to probably a rubber band, right? You just stretch the rubber band as much as you can, and it has got the ability to go back to its place, right? Even that we call it as resilient, isn't it? So how I would put resilient is this. I would call it as one of the important things is elasticity. How well you are able to expand beyond what your comfort zone is. All of us have our comfort zones. We love to stay in that comfort zone and we want to be there in that particular place, which is very comfortable for us. But whenever we want growth in our life, one thing is very important, that we need to go out of our comfort zone and how well we're able to expand beyond your comfort zone. And that point of time, we need a lot of elasticity in our life. How will you able to stretch beyond your normal capacity? That is being always tested. That is not enough. The best part in resilience is beyond that. As human beings, whenever we are stretched beyond our capacity, we just normally don't go back to what we are. We tend to stay there as much as we can. Let's say life throws a difficult situation across to you, and then you handle that situation. What happens? After that difficult situation you go through that difficult situation, you become a much better person, isn't it? Yes, obviously, how you handle the situation is very, very important. But if you are able to handle the situation in a very good way, you become a better person. Every single time life throws you a challenge and you're able to handle it, expand yourself, and prove your mettle, then you become a better person and a better human being. So, resilience, according to me, is the elasticity, the toughness. How long can you hold on? And how much can you expand beyond your comfort zone and reach places that you've not reached till now? And for every single challenge that comes your way, how are you able to handle it and face it? That is again very, very important. So, again, resilience, some of us think it is like you go and do something, you try out something for new, and you say that I am really geared over it. I want to win it. But resilience is not about one shot winning. It's not about I start working on the gym today and then tomorrow I see a lot of difference in my body. It doesn't happen that way. Anything that you want to change in your life, anything that you want to improve in your life, that needs to be a continuous work that needs to go on. We call it as the continuous learning curve that needs to be there for you to reach that particular place. How many of you think that if you have to reach better places in your life, you need continuous learning? Can you type yes in the chat box, please, if you believe that continuous learning is very, very important? Yes. Thank you so much for the answers. Yes, so a lot of us believe that continuous learning is very, very important when we want to take our life to the next level. Resilience is a habit that can help us to do that. If we think resilience is part of us, it is not for the short game. It is not about winning battles, it is about winning war. So, according to me, resilience is not for short term luck, it is not for short term results, but it is for the long run. So I can compare the resilience to a marathon race. Let's say you are about to run a sprint. Anybody can run a sprint. You don't need a practice to run a sprint. You can just wake up today morning and then decide that you're going to run a sprint and then run it. How much time do you do it? Do you come first or not? That is not important. But if you choose to do a sprint, you can just wake up tomorrow morning and then start going for a sprint. But running a marathon is not like that. You can't choose to run a marathon tomorrow morning. You just wake up and then say, okay, let me do a 42-kilometer race today and then start. I know what's going to happen and you know what's going to happen. Most of us are not going to do it. So resilience is about running a marathon. You don't do it in one day. You prepare for it for a very long period of time. There is a lot of methodology. There's a lot of systems that you go through. There's a lot of support that you take. There's a lot of things that we need to consider and do it. So it is not for the short run. It's for the long run. So I always plan things for the long run. Many of my friends ask me this question. Many of my trainers who come and meet me always ask this question, Ganesh, how do I get business? How do I go to the next step? How do I take my career to the next level? I always give them solutions and they say, Ganesh, all of this it will take a long time. Can you give me a shortcut? Can you tell me one small tip that I can use immediately and get business out of it or results out of it? I always tell them that's not the way I play life. I play life for the long run. I always prepare myself for the long run. So if you want to succeed in the long run, then one habit that you need to build in your life is resilience so that you can succeed throughout. So it's not about the short run, it's not about winning today, but it's about winning the long run. I love this quote. It's all right if you lose a few battles, but as long as you win the war, that's all that matters. There are many people out there who are fighting in and day out in trying to win the battles and they forget the war. They have no clue of what war they are fighting every single day. They're just so caught up in survival and they are not really aware of how to win the war. They just focused on what's going to happen tomorrow. Resilience is a habit that you don't build for tomorrow, you build it for the war. So there could be a lot of battles that you might lose. You prepare yourself for the marathon, let's say. You might miss a lot of marathons. You might not be able to run every single day. It's okay. You might fail. You might get hurt. That is perfectly fine. But in the long run, as you get better and better, every single day you show improvement. Every single day you put in a lot of effort. In the long run, for sure, you will succeed. So resilience is not for people who are looking for short-term success. Resilience is for people who are looking at long-term results. Results that can change your life forever. It's not shortcuts, but for the long run. Okay, so some of us are made stronger by suffering, others are defeated. What do you think is the difference? Can you just type it in the chat box? Some of us are made stronger by suffering, others are defeated. What do you think is the difference? Okay, so I'm getting some answers now. Fear, wonderful. The difference is fear. Some of us give up, some of us don't give in. Wonderful, great, good answers. Anyway, so some of us are made stronger by suffering, others are defeated. What is the difference? Never say die attitude. Great. Insecurity. I get it. Fear again. Wow, Bhuvana, you've got the right answer. Wonderful. So our reactions to the situation defines us. Great, I agree. Go up or give up. Okay. Bash on regardless. I get it. Okay. A lot of strong strength coming in from inferiority complex. Okay. Let me give you the right answer. The right answer is some of us are made stronger by suffering, others are defeated. The difference is resilience. I get losses in my life. I fail in my life. I've failed so many times in my life. I know you have also failed in your life, but your failures don't define you, do they? Never. Failures never define us. Failure defines how well we are progressing in life, how well we are moving up in our life. Every single challenge which is thrown at us, you just have to look at it and say, wow, I've been given a bigger challenge. Now is the opportunity for me to prove my method. Now is the opportunity to prove myself and then go after what I really want. Big problems are thrown at people who have the capacity to handle them. Big problems are thrown at people who have the potential to handle them. Big problems don't come to small people. Let me repeat that. Big problems don't come to small people. So if you are one person who is facing a lot of challenges in your life, it could be in relationships, it could be in your job, it could be in your career growth, it could be in saving money, whatever it is. If the challenges are small, then let me tell you, my friend, you're playing your life really, really small. If you have big challenges in them, then definitely one thing is very certain that you are in for the bigger game. The moment you solve that bigger problem, life is just waiting for you to give a bigger reward, right? So remember this, everybody goes through challenges. Some of us are made stronger, some of us are defeated. The difference is resilience, the fighting spirit within you, the elasticity inside you, the toughness inside you that can help. So let me give you another interesting story. You might have heard the story with some of the animals some other time. Let me say this story in my favorite way. My favorite animal is elephant. So there was this small elephant, and it was just walking and playing around. And as it was playing around, there was a well that was there. There was a well, and this well did not have any water. It was very deep. They had not closed it properly, and this elephant actually fell into it, and it was there and crying and shouting, and slowly the villagers next to that, they came and saw, and they saw this elephant down there deep in that well. They tried different methods to help. They threw a lot of things, they put in a rope, they tried to tie it. It was very, very difficult. Even for people to get inside, it was very, very difficult. The people lost hope, but the elephant was not stopped. It was always crying, they couldn't stop it. So they finally decided, okay, we can't save the elephant. There is no other way. Let's do something. Let's pour in some dirt, let's put in some sand, and then let's bury the elephant there. That's the end of it. That's the best we can. Probably they have a better death much faster rather than living for a longer period of time and going through a lot of tough journey. So what they started doing, they started pouring in a lot of dirt inside the well. They kept on pouring more and more and dirt. Every time the dirt went and fell on the elephant did one thing. The elephant started shaking his body. And as it was shaking his body, all the dirt started falling down. And every single time they poured, the elephant is shaking and the dirt is falling down. And it started stepping one by one step on the dirt and then moving up. And every single time the dirt was torn, slowly the elephant was shaking all the dirt, stepping one by one step, and then it was able to come out of the well. I know you might have heard about this story earlier. Now, this story is an exact example of how life throws a lot of challenges on us. And actually, it is helping us. It is helping us to go to the next level. It is shaping us to go to the next level. Just like a diamond, which gets so much of tools that is worked on this diamond, make it sharp, look beautiful, look very elegant. On life also works on us every single day, every single minute through a lot of challenges and difficulties. If you're able to hold on and be resilient, then I'm sure you can also succeed in your life. Great. So we got a lot of intro about resilient. How many of you are learning a little bit right now? Say yes. Are you learning something new? Are you excited to know what are the 4 methods to build resilience in your life? Great. Thank you so much. Great. Thank you. Thank you all so much for your responses. So I'm going to first now 4 ways to become resilient. I'm going to show you 4 methods. These are 4 methods. There are many more methods, let me tell you. But these are 4 methods that I've applied in my life, and every single time these have helped me. And this is how I became more resilient in my life, and I've been very successful in whatever I've been doing. So I'm going to be sharing the 4 ways. I'm going to share the first method, and this is the most important method of all. Right? There could be many more methods out there, but this is the most important method of all. The first step or the first method that you need to do in order to become resilient is to have a purpose. Now, I'm not defining or asking you to find a purpose for your life. That I know it's sometimes too complicated, too difficult to do that. But whatever area of your life that you're working on, it could be a relationship, it could be your health, it could be business, it could be your job, career, money, whatever it is. Whatever area in which you want to be more resilient, do you have a purpose? For example, let's say I want to become fit. The fitness is something I've been always working on. I've not been really successful at it. Until a point recently, I had a small injury on my leg. At that point of time, I found it very, very difficult to just go there and even start training. Every single day, standing and delivering my training programs was becoming so very difficult. Then I understood how important is my health. I've been just taking it for granted. Now, all this while, I knew health is important. I knew I need to work on my health. I need to make a much more fitter, stronger, so that I can deliver much more programs. Intellectually, I understood it. But these 4 days or 5 days, when I really struggled to even stand up and deliver, do the most important thing which I really, really love in my life, that point of time it hit me that I am not really understood the importance of health. Now, what I did is I asked myself questions. If I don't have this health, will I be able to do what I really want in my life? Which is training. I love training every single day. I love to go out and stand in front of people and deliver value for them and change their lives. Now, this health was becoming a big challenge for me. When I defined, okay, this is what I want in my life, which is training, helping people, adding value, and making a difference in their life. Now, health is becoming a challenge for me to reach towards my purpose. When I understood this and I got the connection between my health as well as my purpose, and then life started shifting for me. Now, I am able to work on my health. I've already started my yoga classes again. I've been very consciously working on it for more than a week now. I'm seeing already a lot of difference. Now, if I don't define the purpose or the reason why I need to be resilient in anything, let's say a relationship, why is it important for you? Now, I love training people because it gives me happiness end of the day. If I am not aware of it, and if I don't connect it with whatever I want to be resilient, then you will not be able to follow it on for a longer period of time. Most of the people start like that. They say, okay, tomorrow onwards, I'm going to start my gym, let's say, and they're going to start working out. But they don't hold on there because they are not connected to the larger purpose in life. So it's very, very important. When I started out my training, I was doing really well. I was looking at a lot of trainers and I would say, okay, this is possible. I can do that. Great. I would look at some trainers and say, this is something I've not done, but I can definitely do it. Let me do it. I can, with some practice, I can do it. The first time I went out on international workshops, I saw these international trainers training. I was taken back. The standards were very, very high. I have never seen such standards ever in India. I went in my cocoon. I thought it's never possible. I thought I could never reach those places until I reconnected with my purpose. I said, what is my purpose? My purpose is to go and change people's life. So if I have to go and do that, then I have to raise my standards to reach to that level. So I started investing a lot of money. I spent a lot of money, attended a lot of international workshops with people across the globe, and that helped me to improve my skill sets to the next level. And it was not a 1 day journey. It was not a 2 day journey. It has already taken me 5 years to reach where I have reached. It has taken me close to about 15, 16 lakhs of investment only on training programs to reach where I have to reach. Now, if I had not connected that with my purpose, I would have been gone back long time ago. So, my dear friends, the first thing in resilience, if you have to be resilient, you need to know your purpose, why you need to do what you are doing. I'll repeat that, why you need to do what you are doing. So, resilience is not survival, resilience is endurance with direction. You have a direction, you know where you're going. So we're not talking about being resilient in every single activity that you're doing. You need to be resilient in only certain things that is very, very important to you. So choose first the area that you want to work on. Is it health? Is it relationships? Is it money? Is it career? Is it job? Whatever it is, choose first the area that you need to work on. And secondly, choose what is that habit or character which you need to build every single day. What is that activity that you need to do every single day? And then connect that activity to the purpose. And then you will automatically feel resilient. You don't need to push yourself, it happens by itself, right? So that's the first habit. How many of you agree with that? You need to have a purpose in order to be resilient. If you agree with that, can you type in I agree in the chat box, please? Perfect. Great. Great. Thank you. Wonderful. Great. Thank you so much for your wonderful responses. So the first thing, as I said, is defining your purpose, knowing your why you need to do what you're doing. So let's quickly, thank you all. Thank you so much for your responses. So we're going to go into the second method. How do you build resilience, right? 4 ways to become resilient. We have already seen one. You're getting this second one. So the second method is excellence. What? Excellence. Now, every single activity that you do, if you can look at excellence, then resilience becomes a part of it. Now, again, uh, you need not take it to every area of your life, right? Whatever the part that we defined earlier, let's say you said, I'm going to work on my relationship, I'm going to work on my career, I'm going to work on my job, whatever it is, money, whatever it is. So, what part you defined earlier, in that part, you need to touch excellence. Let's say for me, training is what is very, very dear to me. So in training, I try to do the best in every single opportunity that I get in my life. I try to go forward and I see how best I can be. So if you need to build resilience, you need to work towards excellence. Let's take the example of a photographer. Sorry, a photographer. Let's say he's the best, right? You would see his photo and you're like, wow, awesome. How can he take a photo like this? I've been taking so many photos and I can't even get one picture like this. But actually, this photographer would have taken 10,000 pictures, would have taken 20,000 pictures, 30,000 pictures, and you would have just seen one of them. He would have thrown all the other pictures away because he is working towards excellence. You can take the example of an artist. You just see one picture of his, which she has taken so much time, so many years of effort and energy to bring out that one single art. Now, it's not about what he has done so far, but his pursuit of excellence. So, whatever that you want to improve in your life, you want to take it to the next level in your life, you need to look for excellence in it. You need to be willing to put in the hard effort. Now, many people come and ask me this question, Ganesh, I want a lot of money. I say, money is just a byproduct. Let's say in any career, let's say a trainer. If you are a trainer and you want to make it big, you want to make a lot of money, you want a lot of fame and passion, if you want all of that, I just give you just one answer. This is the answer, right? Excellence. Let's say if you are taking an area, it could be, let's say, productivity. Now, if you can become the top 10 productivity coach in India, can you make money? Can you just type, help me with some answers, please, in the chat box? Now, let's say if you are area is productivity, right, and you want to be a productivity coach, if you are the top 10 in India in productivity coach, do you need to worry about money? Yeah, yes, absolutely. You don't need to worry about money. If you are correct, thank you so much. Yes, if you are just pursuing excellence in every single activity that you're doing, then money becomes a byproduct. You don't need to really worry about it. Money will just come in. So anything that you're working on, it could be your health, you just go after it, right? You just go after it. You pursue excellence and you will get the by results by itself, right? So what we are, sorry, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not just an act, it is but an habit. So when I moved out of my career in Citibank and I wanted to pursue this training, I went through a lot of challenges. And every single time I looked at what is the best I can give, how I can be the best at whatever I'm doing. It's not that I had the same skill sets when I quit out of City. I had very less skill sets. I had a lot of talent. I was naturally talented in training, but my skill sets were very, very low. When I moved out of it, I started working at each one of them. And one of my dream was always to go out and share my knowledge to about thousands and thousands of people. And I got many opportunities like that. One of the opportunities was with Etiraj, 1,500 plus people sitting there. And every single 5 minutes, people are always cheering and they are enjoying the session. At the end of the session, one of them stood up and then they gave a lot of thunderous applause. I was just receiving and receiving and receiving. Maybe it was a few seconds, a few minutes. I couldn't even understand. I was just taken in cloud nine. And I understood just by pursuing excellence in my life and pushing myself to expand my capabilities, expand my skill sets, has taken me so many outplaces out there. So, my dear friends, if you want to be resilient, the second thing that you need to build in your life is the pursuit of excellence in whatever area that you choose to. So quickly, I wanted to type down in the chat box, right? What is that area that you are choosing to be resilient about, right? If you can choose and then type, what is that area? It could be relationships, it could be job, it could be studies, it could be hobbies, it could be money, it could be uh, career. So what is that one area that you're choosing to be resilient on from now on? Health and career, hobbies, yeah, health, money, career, fitness. Yeah, you can choose to. There's nothing wrong about choosing to. You can, yes. Wonderful. Health and fitness. Wonderful. My purpose, Shabna. So you can even define it a little more. What is your purpose? Purpose is sharing knowledge. So make it even more stronger. Money and health. Great. Health. Right. So many of you have already shared what is that one area that you want to be, or area that you want to work on. So you need to go back and find out what is the purpose for it and connect that purpose to that particular area that you want. The second is pursuing excellence. Nobody is there who is good enough to compete with you. Let me tell you that. There is nobody out there who is good enough to compete with you. You are the only person who is good enough to compete with yourself. Now, when it comes to excellence, we're not comparing anybody out there. There is no competition for me. There is no competition for you. The only competition for me is myself. I'm just comparing at myself. I'm just looking at myself and then seeing how I can become better at whatever I'm doing. So, what was Ganesh yesterday and what is Ganesh today? If you can improve yourself by 1% every single day, at the end of the year, you will be 365% better than who you are. Many companies don't have such growth. They have 10%, 20%. That's the growth they get. But you as an individual can go by 365% by just improving 1% than who you are the previous day. So excellence is just not about others, it's about you. So every single day, go on this pursuit of improving yourself. Great. So we have already seen two. We have two more to go. How many of you are excited to share the third one? Can we show some? Yes, excited. Great. How many of you? I get Parasnaman sharing. Thank you so much. Lata is excited. Hemal, Sheena. Thank you, Gayatri, Bhuvana. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your response. So we're going to get into the third method. So before I just get into the third method, let me tell you we have another 30 minutes. It's about 9:30 max. At the sharp at 10 o'clock we should be finishing off the seminar, right? I can go all day long, but I know we have our work to do, so I'm going to be finishing off another 30 minutes and we'll sharing the other two methods as well. And for people who are going to hold on till the last, I have something special for you, right? Till the last, if you hold on, I have a special gift for people who are holding on till the last. Great. So great, thank you so much for your excitement. We're going to look at the third method to become resilient in your life. We looked at one, which is purpose, defining the why. Second is excellence. And the third is very important. Many people don't know this. I believe this is one thing which is really stopping a lot of people in not becoming resilient. And it is seeking help. How many of you in any area of your life are seeking help? Whatever area that you want to improve on, just type yes or no. If you are seeking help, type yes. If you're not seeking help, say no. Great, great, wonderful, hardly, yeah, agree, not always. Okay, great. I understand. Not all areas to do here, yes, correct. This is one area where I find many people are lagging. They are just not going out and asking for help. Now, when I came into this training industry, I didn't know much. I had very few contacts apart from Citibank. Citibank was where I worked for about 6, 7 years. I knew a lot of people out there. My world was just existent within that fourth floor of Citibank and probably third floor, right? And I didn't know much people out there. So when I jumped into this training field, I had very limited contacts 5 years back. I didn't know people much, and I was actually an introvert. Not just was, I'm still an introvert. So when it comes to stages, I'm good, but when it comes to alone, I just love being little alone. So that might be a secret to some of you. Great. So, but since I was an introvert, it was a very difficult challenge. But one thing was very, very clear. I had my purpose very clear. I said, I am going after becoming the best trainer no matter what. No situation is going to stop me. So I went out and started meeting a lot of people and connecting with a lot of people. And each time I connected, I asked the questions. I would directly ask them, how should I market my programs? How should I brand myself? How should I put my effort across? And every single time I asked questions, out of 10, probably 2 times or 3 times I got answers. But those answers helped me to take my life to the next level. Let me tell you interesting story that happened in my life. So the first year, 2012, 2013, I came out and then I was into this training industry. At the first year, I just took a lot of time just to understand. I was attending programs after programs every weekend on Saturday and Sunday. I would be there at the workshops attending them. And as I was attending these various workshops, didn't make much money. I didn't know which area should I choose. All those confusions were going on. By the end of one year, we had a child. My child is about to be born. And one of these days, me and my wife calls up. She was at her mother's place because she was carrying, and she's just broke out, and she's just crying out there. And I'm like, what happened? She's like, Ganesh, it's been almost a year and you've still not figured it out. You don't know what to do, how you're going to go about it. So what are you going to do? I'm really worried. So I said, see, okay, don't worry. I will find something. You are carrying at this point of time. I don't want you to worry because every single thought and feeling that you have is going to affect my children. So don't do that. So what is that you want? She said, find a job. I said, okay. In order to make you happy, I'm going to do that. So I call up a couple of my friends in the night. I get an appointment, interview fixed. The next day itself, I go to a leading bank. As I'm sitting there for the interview, I have this churn inside my stomach. I know I can't do that job. I know what I need to be doing, and I can't do that. So I finish up all the interviews, come back. It was almost over. I could get through and all of that, but I was still not convinced. I was telling her, no, this is not what I need to be taking. I love it. So at that point of time, I called up my brother-in-law, right? And he was on the phone. He was in UK. He was an entrepreneur already. So we were having a chat, and I was telling him what's the situation. And he said, Ganesh, this is a very important question. I want you to be there. So Ganesh, if you have to continue on this journey for another one whole year, right? How much would it cost? So I looked around, I calculated all the cost. I said minimum no basic expenses because Lavani was working at that point of time. We had a lot of money in the bank as well. So I said, for 3 lakhs, yeah, 3 lakhs should help me to just sustain. And when I say that, he said this important sentence which changed my life forever. He said, Ganesh, are you willing to let go of your dream for just 3 lakh rupees? Wow, that was a very powerful question. He said, are you willing to let go of your dream for just 3 lakh rupees? I said, no. And actually, we were sitting in a car, and over the Bluetooth, this conversation was happening. And I actually just turned on to my wife, and then I looked at her, and then I asked her, what do you think? She said, yeah, it makes sense. You can't just let go of your dream for just 3 lakh rupees. And that day, I decided that I'm going to work even more harder, and things completely shifted even further. So, seeking out for help is a very important element. We don't know who's going to help us, but our job is to just ask because by asking help, you're also making a difference in that person's life as well. By helping, he is also changing his life as well. So, there is a difference which is being made in your life as well as the other person's life. Now, you don't know how anybody can help you. Now, you being part of this webinar, I don't know how it's going to make an impact in your life. It could completely change your life, or it could make a small shift, a 1 degree shift in your life, and your life can be different from after the seminar. By doing this seminar, by giving this valuable information to you, my life can completely different because I'm living my purpose, right? I'm sharing the knowledge that I want to, I'm adding value to your life, and that is what I wanted to do. So here, by seeking help, by mutually helping, or just by asking in help, you are becoming more resilient in your life. You will find ways, you will find methods, you will find techniques, you will find tools that you are not aware of. You would be working so hard in that Excel sheet every single day trying to do a particular task. You just say, can you help me? And one they give you can completely change your life. So I have a person who said there are issues with the audio. Are others able to hear the audio? Is it audible? Just want to check before I continue. Yeah, perfect. All of them are able to hear. So Saraswati alone, I just wanted to check your audio. Okay, so yeah, others are able to hear. So in case you're not able to hear, there should be some issues from your end. Yeah, kindly check it. Thank you so much. So seeking help is a very, very important element that you need to make part of your life. People have answers. People have answers. Yeah, it is very important that you need to ask the right person. You can't just go and ask every single person, can you help me? Can you help me? That's a very important task that you need to be aware of. You need to know whom you need to ask. I would go up to a role model and ask him the right advice. I would go up to a person who is much more senior in whatever I do and ask for advice. Now, the challenge is because you go to a person who's not the person who has made a lot of money, and you ask him for money advice, you're going to get the bad advice. You go to a person who's not good at relationships and ask him, how do I build my relationship? And he gives you 5 tips. He's read it in 5 books. It's not going to help, right? So you need to ask the right person the right technique. By seeking in help, you will make yourself much more stronger in your journey, and it can completely change your life. So how many of you agree that you're going to seek help? I know a lot of you are already doing it. How many of you are committed to seeking help to take your life to the next level? Can you just type committed? I am committed to seek help. Yes. Wonderful. We have answers. Great. I am committed. Great, great, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing that. It by itself shows that you are committed. Don't worry about whether you're going to do it tomorrow. It's going to happen, but at least taking the effort to commit and say, yes, I'm going to do it. When you do that, it's going to completely change. Dr. Vijay says no audio. I think you have to just check it from your end. It's perfectly working for others. So I just wanted to do it from your end, please, and then see what it is. Great. Thank you, Shabna, Girish, Sumaya, Savanan. Thank you so much for committing here. I know you have already started in the process of asking for help and commitment. Great. Thank you, Ignish. Yeah. So we are moving on to the fourth method and the final method for today, where we're going to be sharing about how do you build resilience. So the first method that we've already seen is purpose, defining your purpose and knowing your why. The second method we are seeing is excellence. And the third way to build resilience is seeking for support, asking for help. And the fourth and the final method, which I have applied in my life and it has made a big difference, is, can you guess from the PPT I've put, can you guess what is it? Okay. Bharadishwar says, believe. What is the fourth one? Blindfold. Okay. Trust. Don't be blind. Puna says, don't be blind. Trust. Sandeep again. Yeah. Okay. Love. How does that image show love? Love. Okay. Okay. Love. Resilience. Yeah, love definitely helps resilience. I don't disagree, but what about oh, love is blind? I agree. Okay. The fourth step, according to me, which has really helped me to be resilient in my life is, okay, no distractions, believe in purpose blindly. Okay. I'm going to show you the answer now. The answer is faith. Yeah. Sumaya got it right. The answer is faith. Having the faith in yourself, having the faith in the universe, having the faith in God or any divine power that you believe in, believing that there is a purpose, believing that you are having a journey and you are meant to be here. You are born for a purpose. I ask these questions and always in my seminar. I look at the tube light and say, why do you have the tube light? They say, light. Then I ask them, what is this AC for? They say, cool air. Then I ask them, what is this stand for? Then they say, for us to sit. What is this table for? For us to write. I say, so every single thing around you has got a purpose, which means you also have a purpose. So what's your purpose, right? So believing there is a purpose. Now it's not about defining what your purpose. Let's forget about that. But having the faith that you have a purpose, you are there for a reason. Believing in that, every single action that you take, believing that is helping you in your journey towards your purpose. Many times we lose that, and that is the reason why we are not able to get where we want. We lose trust in the divine power. We lose trust in whatever actions that we do. Now, when you have faith that I am being guided, I am being supported, I am in the journey towards my purpose, then there is strength in every single action that you do. That's it. You just go about doing what you're doing with a lot more faith, and you will see how much power it adds. Now, you need to, another exercise which I always tell people. So, it's called as a muscle test, right? And it can be done with two people, or you can do it by yourself. You just have to sit in a place or stand in a place, and then you keep saying yes. Usually, your body tends to move in a particular place. It's like if you say yes, 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 for me, it moves forward. For some of us, when we say no, 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 it tends to move backwards, right? It's every single cell of your body which is communicating to you in a particular way, right? When you are connected to what you're doing, when I say a simple thing like say if I say Ganesh, my name, my body knows this is Ganesh and it starts moving forward. When I give a different name like say Suresh or Shah Rukh Khan or Salman Khan, the body automatically tends to move backwards. So what it means is there is power in every single task that you do. The ones that you believe in, that you are committed to, then the strength is there. Resilience is already there. There is enough support which is being made. Now, there are a lot of challenges. As I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of difficulties that is thrown at you. Now, when those difficulties come at you, you think that maybe divine doesn't exist or God doesn't exist. If He's there, then why is He putting me through a lot of challenges? And that's when I love this really powerful example that I'm going to give you. In China, what happens is there are a lot of these Chinese plates and cups and all of that that is being made, right, in ceramic. And many a times, people out there, they break it. When they break these pieces, what they do is they want to have it for a longer period of time. They put these pieces together using actually gold. And all these broken pieces, after putting together using gold, actually looks much more beautiful than what it was earlier. So this particular process is called kintsugi. So you look at the two pots which has been given out there. Those pots are actually broken in those places, and they've actually used gold to tie those pieces together, and it actually makes those vessels look much more beautiful than what it was earlier. So beautiful, isn't it? You can just go online and Google, and you will find so many beautiful things with it. Now, they've gone to the extent that they actually break out real vessels, which is good, and then try to put in gold there. Now, important is the one which I've written on the right. The world breaks everyone, and afterward, many are strong at the broken places. Many are strong at the broken places. Very, very important. So have the faith that every single thing that is happening in your life is happening for a purpose. Everything that is happening in your life, every challenge that is being thrown at you has a purpose. When you overcome that challenge, when you overcome that difficulty, when you overcome that point of time, that which is stopping you, it is actually making you much more stronger in your life. The area that you're strong working and you're finding difficulty in your life, that is actually indicating to you that you need to focus there, that your attention is required there. By focusing on that and improving on that relationship, improving yourself on that career, improving yourself on that job or money or health, you are going to take your life to the next level. So, my dear friends, the fourth and the most important step in building resilience is faith. So, we have seen four steps. Let me put them to you again. The first one is defining purpose, defining why, choosing a particular area and then defining why I need to be, right? When you make it very clear and you connect the why and the area, you will be able to automatically become much more resilient. The second step is a pursuit of excellence, aiming for excellence, competing with only yourself and pushing yourself every single day. The third is seeking help. From now on, ask for help. Don't wait, because there are people who are willing to give you the help that you require. And by helping you, their life is also going to change completely. Fourth, and the final step And the most important step is to have faith. By having faith, you will be able to take it to another level. So it's about 9:50. I'm going to take another 10 minutes. I'm going to give you a couple of things and I'm going to open up for questions. We're going to take a couple of questions from all of you. And then if you have any, and then we're going to finish off. So thank you so much for almost holding on till the very last. I hope you enjoyed it. Did you all enjoy it? Can I see some comments sharing? Did you enjoy it? Did you find some value? How's the seminar been? Oh, Lavanya is there. Yes, of course. Thank you. Great. Sure, thank you. It was great. Waiting for surprise. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get that. Yeah, it was highly informative. Thank you, Ramani. Thank you, Mom. Yeah, thank you. Love the footsteps. Thank you, Lata. Great investment of time. Great. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna give you the surprise now. Okay. The surprise is I'm releasing my book, The Power of Emotions. Right? I've put in a lot of effort into giving this. For me, this book is actually a pursuit of my excellence. Right? The journey that I have for the last 5 years in emotional intelligence, I've taken each one of them and picked it up and then given it in this book. This book actually it goes. I've defined a model called ACEs, which is awareness, change state, empathy, and self healing. Using these 4 steps, you will be able to gain any relationship that you want, right? A proven 4 step model to find true happiness in your personal and professional relationships. Now, if you are coming and being part of my book launch team, right, I have a special gift for you, right? So, what's going to happen is I'm going to give this book, the ebook version of this book, absolutely free for you, right? So all you need to do is a simple task. So there are 2 things that we're gonna do. Tamil version is gonna come in little time, but I'm sure gonna launch it. So what we're gonna do is this book is gonna get launched before March. I would invite some of you to be part of my book launch team. If you're part of my book launch team, you get my ebook for free. And not only that, I'm gonna do some exclusive webinars like what we are doing now. Some exclusive webinars which other people will not be part of, only for the people who are part of this book launch team. So you get 2 benefits by being part of my book launch team. And I need 2 help from you. All I need is 2 things. One is I'm going to be sharing this book. I want you to read the book and give me a fair review. Right? I just want, I want a fair review from you, and you put it out on Amazon so that people can see and get benefited. Right? And then the second thing that I would require from all of you is this. After you read the book, on the day of book launch, we have not decided the date yet, it's going to be in March. On the date of book launch, I just want you to go out and share it on your Facebook page, the video, a book trailer, or the book, right? So if you want to be part of the book launch team, I've just sent you the link right now, right? I've just sent you the link in the chat box. So if you want to be part of the book launch team, as I said, I'm going to give you the book. I'm going to give you some exclusive webinars for you. And in return, all you need to do is give me a fair review on Amazon. Also, a second thing I need is just share it on your Facebook page, right? So if you are doing that, I would like you to do that. One more thing I have for you is day after tomorrow, I am doing a special program using the ACEs model. I've done a lot of workshops on emotional intelligence, but this is the only workshop where I am using ACEs model, which is bringing in awareness, changing state, bringing in empathy, and then the last and final one is self-healing. So this workshop, if you're part of Chennai, I know people have come in from other cities and other places. So if you are part of Chennai, you can use this wonderful opportunity to be part of this particular program. Again, I'm going to just share you the link. If you are interested in being part of this program, you can find other details of this in this particular link, right? So these are 2 things that I wanted to share with you. If you're part of the, you can be part of the program and learn much more and interact and then get to know more, right? Thank you all so much for being part of the program. I'm going to open it for questions. If you have any questions, I'm going to take a couple of them, and then we're going to say good night for it, right? So yeah, so Sandeep, I always find difficult to seek for help. How do you find the right person for help? The best person is your friends, right? Start with the friends. Start with people whom you're really, really comfortable with, right? And don't see. When the student is ready, the master will appear. So most of the times it's not about the master who's appearing, it is the student who's not ready. So when Sandeep, when you mentioned that I want to take help, but I'm not able to take help because the student is not ready. He's thinking, should I ask? Should I not ask? Should I get ready? Should I not get ready? And that becomes the challenge. Many of my international workshops, which I go for, are very costly, right? For example, some of the workshops are 1.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs each, right? So it is not the time when I attend the program that my life changes. The time when I sign up for that program, I'm saying I am worth 1.5 lakhs. One of the workshops that I've attended is about 8 lakh rupees for 5 days. The moment when I decided that my life is worth 8 lakhs, my purpose is worth 8 lakhs, I trust me, I believe in me, and I signed up that application form, my life changed. It's not, and the program happened 6 months down the line. That's not important. That decision of mine to go for it. So when you ask, when you decide to ask, when the student is ready, the master will appear. Don't worry about the person opposite. He is just an instrument through which the message is coming. The message will come anyhow. So that's my answer for you, Sandeep. I hope it helps. Lata, I'm ready. I'm really bad at 1 second. Oops. 1 second. I will just go to my chat box. I'm really bad at asking for help as well, even simple things like pass the water bottle, how do I change the mindset? Lata, I would probably, if you're finding it difficult to ask for even simpler things, I would go at the place where it started, right? All of us learn things from our experience. At some point of time, it could be that you ask for help and somebody didn't help. It could be probably, I'm guessing it at a very young age part of time. So if you might have asked for help and people did not do it, or you felt hurt, you felt angry, disappointed. I don't know what the feeling could be that you felt that way. And from that point of time, you told yourself that will never ask for help. So, what is the easiest way to seek for help? Seek it. I know it sounds very simple when I say it, but when you need the bottle next time, I want you to ask for it. Even if you don't want the bottle, I wanted to ask for it, Lata. So the same way you just asked the question here, the same way you do it there as well, right? So thank you so much, Lata. I hope you will start asking for help the next time, right? Just a minute, I'm gonna go in for the next question. Okay. Many times I feel whatever I'm doing, feel I don't belong here. Sometimes in those weak times, I fight with God to show me my purpose. I need help to find my purpose for life. What do I do? Um, for some of us, purpose is something that we just find it. For some of us, it takes time. Now, I leave this quote for you. Journey is more important than the destination. Himel Magija, this is my answer for you. Journey is as important as the destination. Many a times we focus on the destination and we forget the journey. We don't understand the journey that we are living in now. This moment is the biggest moment in our life ever. This moment which you are here right now can never ever come back in your life. So what I would do is, in case you're not able to figure out your purpose, if you're too confused because you're always thinking about the future and forgetting your present, what I would ask you to do is give your 100% to whatever you're doing right now. If I'm there in the webinar, I just give my 100% to this. And this helps me to take the next step forward later. Now, I'm not really bothered about what's going to happen after the seminar, or people going to love me, hate me. I don't bother. I just go after doing what I really have to do in this particular moment. Sometimes by giving 100% to this moment, we figure out the next moment. By focusing on the journey, we can enjoy the destiny. So it's about building those beautiful moments. So I would ask you to not really too much worry on the purpose. It will come to you. You are born for a purpose. It will come to you for sure. Don't just get caught up with it. Focus on the now. Focus on this particular moment. Give your 100% this moment, and you will be able to figure out what's your purpose very, very soon. All the best for that, right? Just a second. I'm gonna Hope that answers you, Hemal. I'm going to go on to the next one. I have difficulty to trust people due to some negative experiences, so at times I seldom ask thinking some negative experience might recur. Um, Badrinath Ishwar, what you seek is what you get. What you think is what you attract, right? Just law of attraction. If you are thinking, if I'm going to seek help, I'm going to be put into a negative situation, boom, the task too, that is what is exactly going to happen. So whenever the thought comes and say there are good people who are going to help me, right? Send out good waves, send out good thoughts, send out good feelings, send out good frequencies. By sending out good frequencies, by sending out good thoughts, you will attract good people. By sending out negative thoughts, negative opinions, and then you're going to attract those kind of people into your life. So whenever you want to ask help, I would suggest you to take time, think, see who comes to your mind, and then ask for that particular person, right? So it's already 10. I'm gonna take in last questions and then we're gonna finish off. Thank you so much for all people. One second. Yeah, Amit, your question is how to practice consistent of being resilient. Yeah, these four steps, right? So go through the four steps that we discussed today and then do it. Can we next session be about purpose setting? Yes, I can definitely try and Gayatri. I will do that. And 1 minute, so I'm having a little challenge with my chat box. Dun, dun, dun. How to have faith with a current situation? Just believe in the larger purpose, believe in the larger divine, and understand that everything around you has got a purpose and it's got a journey by itself. Just by connecting to it, I believe you can find faith in what you're doing. Connect with the right people, they will also be able to help it. Did I miss any question? Sorry if I had missed any question. You can just type in because my chat box is not really worked, so I've missed a couple of them. Um, yeah, Sumaya, can you ask your question one more time? So, how do you specialize in sales training? How do I start? You can use the same four processes, find out what is the purpose, why do you need to do sales training, and how it is connected to your purpose, and then start working at it. Second is work towards excellence in your product programs, in your product, in your marketing material. So, work on those areas. So, by just following the four steps that we discussed today, I think you can start being more resilient, right? Have more faith in yourself, have more faith in that the good companies will approach you, have in faith of the programs that you deliver. So all these four things, five things is doing the same things that we discussed. Four steps is going to help you, right? So thank you all so much for this wonderful opportunity to speak to all of you live. If you missed a few questions, I'm very sorry. It's already time 10. I don't want to do it. Thank you so much for being part of my first live webinar. It's really an honor to speak to all of you. Very soon we're going to connect and I'm going to be sharing lots more information through live webinar. It is really amazing that I can connect with people from different parts of India and share the information at the same time. I look forward to seeing you again. Be part of my book launch team and travel with me in this journey, and then we will go many more places, right? Thank you so much. Stay connected. See you. Good night. Thank you for your wonderful comments. Good night. Thank you. Yeah, so many people from Mumbai have connected. My thesis friends, thank you so much. Good night. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Shabna. Thank you, Hemal. Thank you, Jignesh, Yamna. Thank you. Good night. See you then. Bye bye. Thank you. Take care.